Hello everyone, this is Frankie Daay from Frankie Daay Models. Okay, for this evening I have for you video number 4 for Charlie Mac's Pearl Harbor Anniversary Group Build. This is my 4th and last entry. Okay, this is the Kitty Hawk 1/32 scale OS2U Kingfisher 1/32 scale. Okay guys, so far I gotta do one now. I just go ahead and prime it. The plane, the aircraft is completely all ready for priming. I got all the windscreens all masked down, and it needs priming, pre-shading, and final color schedule. Intermediate's going to be intermediate blue with light gray. Okay, without further ado, we're going to take a look at this and see how far our progress has taken in video number 3. And got a couple things I want to show you guys. What's on the bench. Okay. Here's just right here. The prop comes off. I put 5-minute epoxy. I went ahead. I've got all my seat belts. I got my 30 caliber gun observers or radio man off. I got a 30 caliber gun actually installed in stowed position. All the windows being masked off, and I went ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start prime this thing. And I used 5-minute epoxy to glue the windows down. Works very well. They're pretty strong, but they won't come off either. So I'm going to add a little tissue inside here. This prop will come off, and the dollies will come off too. I'm going to prime this whole entire ship, then go ahead and pre-shade and go ahead and paint, like I mentioned a while ago. It's coming pretty nice. This is a very difficult model to build. It has a lot of parts, guys. I kid you not, especially in interiors. Is every piece, as discussed in video number 2, has at least 3 or 4 pieces to it. Crazy. I guess to capture all that 3-dimensional detail, I guess that's why they mold it that way. These up here are formation lights. They'll be added on to the aircraft once it's all painted and everything. The novice will have a hell of a time building this airplane. There's probably a few things he probably put together without no fuss. There comes the interior and all the goodies. Like I said before, it's awful. It's hard. There's a lot of tedious work in there, and you got to use a lot of eye aid to be able to do it. I heard that Kitty Hawk Models is no longer in existence anymore, and I'm thinking if this model ever came out again, I'd say probably a good chance of Ravello, Germany, if probably end up getting it. A good chance. Okay, the OS2U Chanspot OS2U Kingfisher. She was the successor to the Curtiss SOC-3 Seagull, which was a biplane, fixed canopy, float observation plane. The same thing this one is. The Navy was trying to get rid of biplanes. I can see that because they know that the model plane is the plane of the future. That's when the Kingfisher came to view. And the Kingfisher was underpowered in some respects. She had the right silicone engine, and they souped up the motor a little bit and gave her some more power. And she has 3 guns, one 30 caliber machine gun, which is forward, which is actually a 30 caliber machine gun. If anybody's built this thing, the 30 caliber machine gun is built from inside the cockpit, via through the engine firewall and through the engine cylinder blanks where it shoot up. As the prop is spinning, it's synchronized, so it won't shoot the prop up. And you got one 30 caliber by the observation window after the low plane. These things are more or less used as for utility aircraft and observation. That's all they were good for. And sometimes flying over transport, well, that's utility works, picking people up and shuttling back and forth. So the Kingfisher, I mean, it lasted all the way up to 1945. It was superseded, and by the, I believe it's by the Curtis Seahawk. The Curtis Seahawk, they were the ones that they had their kind of gull wing with a square wingtips. They superseded the OS2U KINGFISHERs. And I don't know if they're very popular or not. They're pretty good in the airplane. They're really enjoyable to look at, and they're a mainstay of the Navy for about 4 years or so. So they got rid of them. No rigging at all. Like I said before, see an X-brace across those pontoon sponsons on there? Please, 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 I cannot stress anymore, be careful. They're very, very fragile. They'll break. If you bust them, the only thing I can say is do is get yourself some 34,000 guitar string and just go ahead and just, take measures of your dividers and make yourself some new bracing on there. So you got to be careful. These things are very fragile, especially P-top tubes. You got a P-top tube right here. You gotta be careful. Anything that sticks out, you guys know it. Be careful. Also, you got your boarding steps too. Okay, I'm gonna bring the video up to you. But to me, I'm going to take the Kingfisher. I'm going to gently keep it out of harm's way and stick it right over here. Yeah, it's safe, man, and get disturbed. Okay. I've got my Corsair group mill going on. I got the engine completed on my Corsair. I got the fuselage all buttoned up. I got all the seat. I elected not to put the seat belts on my Corsairs because it's optional. You either have it for open cockpit with no pilot in there. I decided to put Craig Boynton in there. No need for Fuselage seat belts, harness straps. Okay, I'm gonna bring this camera down here. Right over here, I took this out of storage. Here's the box. This is the MPC Airfix 124 scale Stuka. I've been working on this thing. This thing has got me interested in no end. So this is going to be a fun build, along with my Corsair group build I have going on. And I bought this back in 1977. I had two of them. I bought one that was an Airfix kit. It got destroyed. I think I know what happened to that. I think I was in the service when that happened. And I think I built the fuselage. And I stuck it inside the box. When I came back on leave, which is about a year later, I would work on the rest of the plane. And I think what it was, I left it on top of my closet, and a lot of people, I think a lot of stuff got thrown on top of it, and it just got busted up. And I forgot all about it until I seen what the means of it. Then I went back down there to the hobby shop and bought this. This is MPC. It's Airfix, same thing. I don't think it's licensed in America. Actually, it's licensed in America. They claim it's Michigan. Here, I got the fuselage. This thing's big. This is a big boy. I primed gray in there already. Prime gray right there. Ready to do some painting. I'm going to paint that RLM gray is going to be painted. And with some washes and things. This thing's big. I spent about 12 hours working on all this right here. This is the cockpit for it. You got your observer, radio man, and also your gunner, and also your pilot compartment right there. And right there is your Spence bin. Here's the big old prop right here. That's a nice bad boy right there. I had to take a file board. There was flash right along the side here, not very much. Right along the edge of this prop, there's flash on there, so I just kind of gingerly took the sandpaper out. I took out my buffing stick and just buff it out. Nice and beautiful. Beautiful. I got my two pilots right there. I got Hans Rudel and his buddy back there. We have I pride those fellows. This thing is molded in white plastic, as you can see behind me. This is a treasure right here. I put a lot of time building this damn thing, and it still needs tuning up before I actually get it installed in the aircraft itself. This is the Yonkers Umo engine they used. I think it's 850 horsepower. Might be more horsepower than that, I don't know. That's me painted also Aramel gray with some washes and picking out some details. This thing is screaming for washes. I couldn't believe it. The recessed panels are all the panels of this airplane, fellas. Believe it or not, they're all recessed. This is the rudder right here. Too bad this camera can't. Yeah, you can see it there. It's all recessed right there. It takes washes. I took the fuselage, dry fitted it, cleaned it real good. There's no flash. The reason why ain't no flash in this kit, because this is actually the first release of this kit. It fits the filler very well. I don't think it needs any filler, to be honest with you. I had to get it last night. I says, man, this thing it don't need no filler. None at all. As you can see, it's a very large airplane. It's not a toy. So I got this shaking on the workbench. This is my fun build. I haven't built a Stuka in a long time. God, I don't know when the last time I built a Stuka. Yes, I do. I think the Rebel Modeling sent me a 1/32 scale Revell one. I think I did that about 6 years ago. I was pretty new to the tube back then, and we all had a. Is there something there? I think one in there. Yeah, there's flash there. No wonder. Man, a piece of flash in that fuselage right here. I'm going to make sure if it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. This fuselage is pretty nice plastic they used. It's almost like the Hornby plastic on the new Airfix kits. It's like vinylized. On the Airfix kit, I can remember on the first Stuka that I got, it was molded in blue plastic, light blue plastic. I thought it was kind of interesting. This thing's molded in white. Yeah, I was going to show you guys the fit. I had it together last night. It was really nice. Yeah. tight. Look at that. No filler. Look at that snap in there. Beautiful. This ain't no pig of an airplane. I don't know if Airfix makes these things anymore. It's been a long time. So I got this shaking on the bench. And tomorrow I'll have a video of my group build on my Corsair. And I have left way tomorrow. I'm going to start working on that. Get other sub-assemblies done on it. That motor was a treat to put together. That Pratt Whitney 2,000 horsepower motor was a treat. I can show you a small snippet of it. Right there. Beautiful. That's 2,000 pounds of sweetness and 2,000 horsepower of whistling death. These Corsairs, they howl almost like a Vulcan bomber does. They get that howling sound. That's why the Japanese infantry always called the Corsair the whistling death. And the same thing with the Beaufighter too, that the English and Australian Royal Air Force flew back in World War II. The Beaufighter was nothing nothing to fool with either. It was an aircraft to reckon with. They're all wonderful machines. So is this OS2U Kingfisher. Observation float plane for the United States Navy. Designed for shipboard operation. There were a few of them that they were actually in shore stations, used as observation and utility aircraft. They were used as trainers, but the best use is for shipboard. The Navy needed the observation float planes. They seemed to fill the bill. And after all, the Navy was getting away from biplanes. So I'll keep myself pretty busy, guys. I got a lot of stuff coming your way. I've got the Javelin, the Gloucester Javelin. I bought that thing about 8 years ago. I got the pilots in there now. Tinkering and talking about this. Yeah, I mean so I took breakouts down. They got the Javelin, they got the English Electric, all 148 scale Airfix kits. They're nice. I mean, Airfix has really improved a lot. You know, I'm very glad they're really making really better models. Because years ago, well, the old stuff, even now to me, I have a lot of flashback memories of those old Airfix kits because they were new to us Yanks. We've never seen anything like that before. Plus, they were British aircraft. They were aircraft that I've always liked. I've always had a yearning for British aircraft. I always loved English aircraft. And I wish we would make more. I wish we would make British aircraft. But when Airfix came out back in 1963, my Aunt Edith got me a short Sunderland flying boat, 1958. And that was Airfix. And I knew they didn't have that in America at the time. I said, well, that's probably I wish they had stuff like this in America when I first got it. 'Cause I never knew what Airfix was, but all I know that was an Airfix 1/72 scale, Sutherland 3, Mark 3, flying boat. And when I first got that VID, I was really happy. I never seen any models like that before. And I remember her telling me, "So, well, Uncle Doug, we went to one of the hobby shops, and we figured you like model airplanes, so we decided to buy you a model airplane." And they got all these English airplanes they got and stuff. But 1963, I went down to Cozy's hobby shop. That's when they first came out to America, along with Frog and Airlines. And they came out, geez. Now we got the English invasion. Now we got the Beatles. Now we got Airfix and Frog and Airlines. And man, I tell you, those model shells, guys, I kid you not. You could not keep those model shells full of Airfix. They disappeared. And Don Baker of Cozy's Hobby Shop said, Jesus, Frank, I can't keep these things on the shelf. I said, I may have to bring up the price on them, get to slow down the people who buy these things. And they were cheap. I mean, cheap. For example, the Lockheed Hudson was 89 cents. It was a gimmick model. You can play with it. The stabilizers work. The elevators work. The ailerons work. The landing gear retracts. The propeller turns, and that bolt and fall turret it turns around in the back, and it has a nice, neat little stand. You can stick it where it can pose. And what a sweetheart of a little kid it is. I've got one behind me over here. When I got back in 1963 in my carryout. Oh, it's buried way back there somewhere. Yeah, I see it down there. No one can't see it. But anyway, guys, I got this thing. I should have the final reveal for this. Was it Saturday? By Saturday, I should have this thing done. So stay posted for the final reveal. And tomorrow, I will have another video out on my group build, F4U Corsair group build. Now, I've got a couple of new subscribers I got. They joined in. And I'd like to thank each one of those great fellas for joining in. And anybody's joined in my group build, I'm very happy, and I'm honored. And like I say, you get 6 months. 6 months is a long time. It's a half a year. By that time, you can get a lot of group builds you can also get involved in. Get those all done to come back and get on the Corsair. And before you know it, it's all done, and more group builds will start coming to view. Okay, we'll make back the video, back to yours truly. Yeah, that's a mug shot for the night. Yeah. Okay. This is it for the Kingfisher. This is it for the Stuka. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on video number 3. On my Tamaya Corsair, F4U Corsair group build. And I got to get back to some of the comments back there so I can start answering them. And let you guys know that I read them and I love you guys for it. Okay, so this is it for me. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Be focused when you drive. Spend wisely. And take care of yourself. Please be careful. And don't get around a bunch of people. And please stay healthy. We need you here. We don't need you in sick bay. We need you here. And these things need you too. Okay, this is Frankie Daay from Frankie Daay Model signing off, and we'll catch you guys on the Corsair group build. And be safe, and God bless you, and warm up and bundle up. I think it's going to get chilly.